Imagine we stand. We'll find out with them, turn to face the east. We'll say the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 8 through 13. So now we're going to reset.
Let's turn. It is.
Imagine, find out with them. Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawu, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Balakka, Daba'a, Artazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazaka, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nadanmanawu, Bakam, Ko, Yawam, Wasalak, Lanawu, Kabawath, Nawu, Kasalak now, Kabawath now, Bala'a, Dabiya now, Bansawan, Abo, Awsha now, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Ka, Amalakwa, Wa'al, Hata Parat, Lawaloni.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'at, Ayani, Abahari, Mayan, Yaba'at, Azari, Ma'im, Yahweh, Aisha, Shaman, Baratazah, Alitan, Lamuwak, Goka, Aliyanawam, Shamak, Anat, La'at, Yanawam, Bala'at, Yashan, Shawmar, Yasharab, Yahweh, Shamak, Yahweh, Bezol, Aryad, Yam Yawamam, Hashmat, La'at, Yakaka, Barak, Balayla, Yahweh, Yashamak, Makorak, Yashamak, Atlapaski, Yahweh, Yashamak, Tazaatka, Wabawak, Maita, Wad, Aulam.
In English, I'll look at mine eyes.
I
should heal. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
Pray for the cock, the power and evil. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Baba Kasha. The Thunmanau. The cock. Lada Fa'a. Call Makalak. Call Marawat. The cock. The Tahar. Hamad Azari. The cock. The Hamati. The cock. Arakawat. Hatama'al. The Garshan. By Hashem Yahushua. Dwaram.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Pray to bless Israel and evil. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Barak Benav.
Barak Benav.
Wayashah.
Yahshua.
Wahabayat.
Wahabayah.
Sapar.
Sapar.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'at.
Rapa'at.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Time sake. For time's sake.
God.
For time's sake, Israelites for UPK.
Israelites for
UPK.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Du'adamah.
In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shah.
Bless us in Yasha Allah.
Bless us in Yahshua.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Love ones.
Love
In
ones.
the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
Al Dam Yalaka.
Adam Yalaka.
Al Takhrash.
Al Takhrash.
Wal Tashkwat.
Wada Shakwat.
All.
All.
Kiyahana.
Kiyahana.
Awabika.
Awad.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahweh.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al Amaka.
Al-Mak.
Ya'iriyam.
Yarayim.
Sawad.
Suwad.
Wayata.
Mayaka.
Yaitazwa.
Yaitaz.
Al
Al.
Tazapawanika.
Tazapawan.
Amawa.
Amal.
Lakawa.
Nakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Kakidam.
Magalia.
Galgal.
Wala'a.
Ra'ah.
Yazakar.
Yasakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Awad.
Awad.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Atazwa.
Atazwa.
Laba.
Nabba.
Yakadwa.
Yakar.
Al Yaka.
Ayak.
Baryat.
Maria.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarat.
Ahalia.
Ahal.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamai Alayam.
Wayashama. Ayam.
Mawaba.
Mu'ab.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Amawan.
Wa'awan.
Wa Amalak.
Ma'amalat.
Palashat.
Palashat.
I'm Yashabia.
Yashab.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawak.
Nalawak.
Amam.
Amam.
Hayawak.
Hayawak.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawak.
Bani Lawak.
Salat.
Salat.
Aisha Laham.
Ashadaham.
Kamadian.
Kamad.
Kasiyah Sara'at.
Kasiyah Sarah.
Kayabian.
Yabi.
Banakal.
Bunakal.
Kuyashwan.
Yashkun.
Nashamadwa.
Nashama.
Bayandar.
Bayandar.
Hayawak.
Hayawak.
Daman.
Damam.
Ladam.
Nadam.
Shatam.
Shatam.
Nariyamaw.
Nariyama.
Kara.
Kara.
Wakazab.
Waksa'ab.
Wakazabak.
Kazabak.
Wakatazalmanai.
Kazalmanai.
Karna Sayakam.
Kawana Sayakam.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amaru.
Amar.
Nairasha.
Narasha.
Nanwak.
Nanawak.
Ah.
Ah.
Nawak.
Nawak.
Alain.
Alahayat.
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 Shatam.
Shatam.
Kagogla.
Gogol.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyan.
Lapanyan.
Raukat.
Rawakat.
Kaash.
Ka'ach.
Tabayri Yairu.
Tabari Ayat.
Wakalahaba.
Wahala.
Talahat.
Alahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Kan Thardatma.
Kantar.
Basirika.
Basarika.
Wabasa Wapathri.
Baswapat.
Tabalaham.
Salaham.
Mala'at.
Mala'at.
Panyaham.
Panyam.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Ayabakwash.
Shamkat.
Shamkat.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Bahawa.
Bahawa.
Aya.
Aya. Aya.
Waya.
Waya.
Kaparwa.
Kaparwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Kabarwa.
Abba.
Waya.
Waya.
Daiwa.
Daiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atta.
Atta.
Shamkat.
Shamkat.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Bak.
Aliwan.
Aliwan.
Al.
Ah.
Kal.
Kal.
Al-Rakazak.
In English. Do not thou silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo.
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate
have
you
lifted up the head.
have lifted up their
And
head.
have taken crafty counsel
And they take crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consult against thy hidden ones.
And consult against thy enemies.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation.
now let's cut them off for you, the nation.
At the name of Yasha Allah,
And the name of Yahshua,
may we no more remember.
there's no more remembrance.
When they have consulted together with what is said,
But they have consulted together
Yeah,
with one
they are confederate against
They have confederate
the
against you.
tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacle of Eden,
in the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
the Moab,
the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
the Ammon,
and
the
Ammon,
Amalek,
and Ammon,
the Philistines, the habits of Tyre,
the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
I'm sure also join with
Our shores also join with them.
have hope in the children of
That
life.
have hope in the children of life.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as to the Midianites,
Do unto them as to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon,
at the brook of Kishon,
which perished and endured.
with the bears and endure.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth,
making novels like a rib,
with the nobles like a rib,
and like the eat.
like the eat.
Yea,
Yea,
all the princes as a bot,
and princess of Babylon,
and as the moon,
and as the moon,
who said, let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the house of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahweh in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire before the wood,
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy temper,
So persecute them with thy temper,
and make them afraid of thy storm.
and make them afraid of thy storm.
Through the face of shame,
Through the face of shame,
let them seek thy name.
they might seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded in trouble forever.
let them be found in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yeah,
let them be put to shame and perish,
Let them be ashamed of perish.
that men may know that thou,
That men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
with them alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
and most high over all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things
and
living.
all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
and
Shah,
then Yahweh Shai.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Say he was a curse,
See, he was a curse,
punishment instruction,
punishment instruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
that speak against us.
and to speak against us.
Thy prophets,
Thy prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the
the
princes,
priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite
in
brothers,
the school,
and the school.
say he was a curse,
See, he who cursed,
punishment instruction,
and punishment instruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose,
and shake
the
loose,
church of the rich of Israel,
the treasure of the rich of
never
Israel,
refuse to give to the school,
that refused to give it to the school,
force their riches,
forced their riches
to thy sanctuary,
to enter the
say
sanctuary,
he was a curse,
to even the curse,
punishment instruction,
and punishment instruction
to the heathen, to the Edomite,
to the Edomite,
and the nation,
and the nation,
and the drug
and the judges,
courses,
courses,
prejudices,
prejudices,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all government of our enemies,
analyzing the odds and armies,
and our synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Scientology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
proselytizers, gay movement,
gay,
flesh
flesh
movement,
movement,
spies,
spies,
forms of
order of
witchcraft,
witchcraft,
that's supposed
that's
program,
fake, that's the perfect one,
Army,
Army,
Navy, Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marine,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
opened up the internet,
open up the
and
internet,
the airways,
and the airways,
cable access channel,
cable access
and the
channel,
radio
and the
channel,
radio channel,
convict the spirit in thy people,
can distill in our people,
that seek to stop,
and seek to stop
and
us,
bring swift destruction,
and bring swift
to
destruction,
all the heathen,
all
that
the
stand in the way,
and stand in the way,
try to stop,
try to stop us,
broadcast your word,
broadcasting your word,
across planet Earth,
let
that lose all the planet,
all the
cause it to go to and fro,
go to and fro,
through the earth and consume,
through the earth and consume,
let the place shake the house of the thief,
let the shake the house of the thief,
and the murder,
and murder,
lay Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh Shai,
Michael Gary,
again,
now flying sauce,
about the fire sauce,
punish all the heathen,
punish all the
that come up against us,
come against
as you speak thy word,
speak thy word,
cause you known by all,
all you know all,
as the angels have done,
as the angels that
cause it spread to the media,
cause it to spread to the media,
throughout the whole world,
throughout the world,
cause it to shake at thy coming,
cause it to shake at that come,
in the name of Yahweh
in
Shah,
the name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you always,
thank you always,
so be it.
so be it. So to the front. Shabby. See it?
All right. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat Thumb to all the brothers, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Baba Shalom Shai, to all the sisters, all right? Yes, you came Minnesota with the Sabbath service, as you know, every Saturday. Of course, we are getting to Ezekiel, the 26th chapter, all right? We are going to get into the Tanakh, and then we are going to get into the actual English KJV, which is King James Version. If you're reading something different, it's not the right translation.
Right. That's right.
So KJV is the most accurate to the Dead Sea Scrolls, all right? So that's what you want to look at, okay? Everything else is just watered down.
Right.
And so that You got it. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 26, verse 1. We are here. By Shatia Aishra. Shana. Nakai. That's like a Bakai. Lakdash. Hayat. Tabar Yahweh. Aliyah. Lamar. Verse 2. Banadam. Yain. Ashar. Amarat. Tazar. Al. Yarushalam. Ta'ak. Sabarat. The Lathawat. Ha'anim. Nasabat. Aliyah. Amla. Al-Qurabah. Verse 3. Lakan. Ka'at. Amar. Adanya. Yahweh. Hananya. Al-Yak. Tazar. Waha Al-Yathir. Wa Al-Yathir. Al-Yak. Gauyon. Rabion. Kahawat. Hayom. Legalio. Verse 4. Legalio Wat. Verse 4. Was Kathar. Kamawat. Tazar. Wa Rasal. Magadalia. Magadalia. Was Kriyathir. Iparat. It's like Iparat. Mamna. Wanatati. Awta. Latazakiyat. Salai. Verse 5. Mashatat. Kharamah. Tahiyat. Bathwat. Hayam. Kiyat. Anya. Dabarathia. Naam. Adanya. Yahweh. Wahayathat. Labaz. Lagawim. Verse 6. Wabanawatia. Ashar. Bashirat. Bakhra. the Haganah. We had the Aibu, Kaya and Ya, Yahweh, were 7. Kaya, Kaha, Amar, Adanya, Yahweh, Hananiah, Mabiah, Al, Tazar, Nabawakadorath, Nabawakadoratazah, Malak Babal, Matata Pawan, Malakim, Baswas, Wabarakah, Wabakarashim, Wakwaho, Wa'im Rabah. It's like this in the 7.
I know, sound like that. All right, those 7 verses in the Tanakh. Once again, the Tanakh is where you can read, the Hebrew in. All right. We a lot of times we like to give everybody a chance, as far as brothers, children, that are trying to learn their language again. Also, too, on Fridays we have what is called Lashwa Kodash, which is Holy Tongue, which is a language class. All right. If you love to learn a new language, why not learn your own?
That's right.
You already know English, which is not your language. You already know Ojibwe, Patois, all the Spanish, all these languages, but you don't know your own. I think it's fair to try a new language, which is your native tongue, right? Which is ancient Paleo Hebrew, all right? And it's not hard to learn either. It's going to take some time, all right? It's going to take some time, but it's not that hard to understand. If you can learn any other language, you can learn ancient Hebrew, all right? It's not that hard. So we are in Ezekiel the 26th chapter. So it's been a little bit since we actually been in these seats. When we ended off chapter 25 of Ezekiel, let me see. Yeah, so the Most High was speaking about his vengeance against the other nations on behalf of Israel. All right, and that's happening right now, or that's going to happen very soon. All right, Esau is not going to be as powerful as he is right now.
That's right.
When you think about 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, when it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world that follows." So after Esau's kingdom, which is our oppressor, once his kingdom ends, Jacob, who is the so-called, 12 tribes, not the so-called, but the 12 tribes of Israel, they are up next, and they are going to reign on the face of the earth. Now, it can happen today, it can happen tomorrow, it can happen soon enough. But in the meantime, what we must do in order to get to that place, you have to start with yourself. You have to get rid of all the poison and filth that is inside of you, all the poison and filth that you are doing. Because Christ ain't coming back for no drug addict.
That's right.
He's not coming back for no homosexual. All right. He's not coming back for you being a whore slut.
Right.
He's not coming back for that. If you want to be a thief and a liar, the Most High is not coming back for that. But if those things are still continued as He comes back, just know He's gonna come and chop your head off.
That's right.
So that is what He is going to come here to do. Because the Bible does say that Christ doesn't come for peace. He comes with a sword, right? Yeah, am I paraphrasing that?
No, it wasn't a spoon or a fork.
Right, it wasn't a spoon or a fork. He's coming.
Sword.
He's coming with a sword. All right. All right. It's not a butter knife. It's a blade, boy. It's
something a little bit bigger than this.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Some bigger than this.
Right.
All right. Some bigger than this damn dagger right here.
Right.
You know what I mean? This ain't nothing, but He's coming back with a sword. And your blood is going to be upon it if you do not get yourself in order. That's for me. That's for you.
Right.
That's for everybody.
Right.
All right?
Right.
You got to get your ish in order. Okay? As far as I know, we all, Salaki, one sec, Salaki. Hey, come on. Can you go outside and check for a package from the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Salaki, y'all, give me 1 second.
I was gonna say that to the cover.
Right. Nah, I had to meet it real quick because I was trying to get all all my little info. You feel me? Because motherfucker trying to find me. But yeah, nah. But anyway, yeah, like that's for me. That's for you. That's for everybody.
Right.
That's for everybody. All right. Because once again, we all have our demons. We all fight. We all fighting something. All right. You know what I mean? Like it also too, you know what? Another thing is too, like you may be in a place in your life where you are seasoned enough to actually deal with your demons, right? But understand this: Satan will always pop back up. All right. So maybe you've been good for 5 days, a month, 2 years. Satan will pop up and try to introduce himself to you as far as that issue that you used to have. Now, let's say that you totally fought off that demon that you had coming into the school, right? For what? I appreciate it. If you could, just put it back by the door, my room door, Papa Shah. The water, I appreciate it. Yeah. The water. You know what I mean? So, Satan will come at you. All right. Just always be ready. That's the thing. You know what I mean? And also too, Satan will try you with numerous of things.
That's right.
I talked to one brother who had left the school a while ago, and the brother had called me up for a little bit of counsel, and he had told me once he left the school, he was dealing with a little bit of like marijuana issue, but with the counsel of the captains that he was under, they had helped him out with the weed problem, but then he tapped into something else. He became a pillhead on top of the marijuana. All right, give me that one precept that says damn, it's like it's in Romans. When you fall but you get back up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's 7 demons. Yeah. When you fall like 7 times and 7 demons, yeah, that one. You gotta understand this, right? If you are not under supervision of the priests and prophets, it's gonna be hell for you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like sin and demons is very draining. They are gonna have you exhausted. Like, has anybody understood that sinning is not fun? It's just it feels good, like for a moment,
That's
but it's
right.
very exhausting. It's very like you like you are not you, okay? And you know it's wrong. You want to stop. You just got to get help.
Right.
You cannot do it on your own. Like Satan, when Satan is attacking you, ask for backup. Those counsels, talking to that, to that brother, to that man over you, that is going to help you. Otherwise, Satan is just going to have your ass in the headlock, and you cannot get out of it.
That's right.
He's going to have a hold on you that you cannot escape if you don't get the help. While Satan got you in the damn chokehold, your brothers is behind you, giving him body shots and headshots to get him off of you, so that way you can make it and live. You know what I mean? And also too, like when you got men, brothers and sisters who's really behind you. I mean, man, it's really a great feeling. It's called brotherhood and sisterhood. All right, you got it.
So we have in Matthew here about seven more spirits attack to itself for the lives. But just for us at a time.
Oh yeah, Proverbs. I'm sorry. I was thinking Romans about something else. Yes, actually, I want the one in Proverbs. I know the one in Matthew, but I want the one in Proverbs. But yeah, anyway, just to get more. Yeah, just to get more to my point. I want to get into a precept real quick. All right. Whenever you got it out, you can go ahead and read it. Okay.
Proverbs chapter 24.
Yeah.
Verse 16.
Y'all bear with me. Oh, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falls several times and rise up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
All right. 1 second. So just man is going to fall seven times. So don't focus on the actual number, right?
Right.
In the Bible, numbers, you don't want to take numbers literal necessarily. In some contexts you can, some contexts you should. In this case, 7 is one of those numbers that you're going to keep seeing in the Bible. But it doesn't mean once you fall 7 times, you won't fall again. You might fall more than 7 times. You might fall once or twice, and that could be enough for you. I will hope that you don't fall 7 times, because one thing about the Most High, He is very merciful as a God, but mercy does run out.
That's right.
Grace does run out. So just don't push it. Can you read it from the top one more time?
Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man falls several times.
A just man falls 7 times. And what is a just man? That's very old English. A just man. What does that mean?
A man that keep the commandments.
You want to raise your hand?
So like you.
Go ahead.
A man that keeps the commandments.
A man that keeps the commandments. Even somebody that's righteous can slip up and fall.
Right.
What happened to Solomon? I believe he fell a few times.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He transgressed dealing with an outlandish woman.
To outlandish woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was sleeping around with women that was not his woman. And if you don't understand what the hell I'm saying, you cannot date or sleep outside of your race.
Right. That's right.
Okay. Now, someone asked me recently. Well, someone had asked me recently. Well, ain't you can you sleep with somebody that's like a Puerto Rican, Mexican, like someone from the islands? It's like, yeah, you want to know why? Because that's our people.
Right. That's right.
There are 12 different tribes. We are one nation. So 12 different tribes, but they all the same people. They have the same bloodline, the same language, heritage, everything. We may look different, but we are one and the same because we share the same blood. Now, someone may say, well, we are all the same people. No, but we do all come from Adam.
Right.
But the Most High has this thing called separation. So he separated races, ethnic groups of people. All right, that's what the Most High did. So if you are a so-called Hispanic of any tribe, a so-called Negro of any tribe, a so-called native of any tribe, you are one and the same.
That's right.
Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, so-called, are the same people. It's not about how you look, it's about the bloodline. All right? So anyway, if you could keep going up.
And rise up again.
Yeah, once you fall down, you gotta rise up again, man. And you may have some battles to where you fall and you just don't want to get up, but you're gonna have to get up, unless you just want to sit there and cry about it. Okay, when people leave the school, right, and they can't shake it, they don't want to get back up.
Right.
Because if you truly want to serve the Most High, you will do everything in your power to serve the Most High.
That's right.
I mean, shit. King David fell. Moses fell. But did they stay on the ground? No, they got back up. You know what I mean? And these are great men with great reputation. You know what I mean? Peter fell, and he got back up. After Christ was gone, Peter stepped up. Peter name means what again? Rock? Rock, yeah. He's solid. All right? You may make a mistake, no sweat. But you have to move on from it. I'm not going to say that all humans make mistakes. Oh, we're human. I'm not going to say none of that. Because, I mean, that's not a part of being human. You know what I mean? But mistakes do happen. As far as I know, even animals make fucking mistakes. Excuse my language.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a part of being an animal. But the thing is this. When you fall, you got to get back up. Keep going. So, in another sense, no excuses. There we go.
That's right. That's right.
There we go. No excuses whatsoever. You just got to get up. And it may be embarrassing. It may be a bad fall. It may be a very bad fall. Yeah. So, like, you just got to deal with it. You got to be a man and a woman about it.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
I mean, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be cute. Sometimes you could really make a fool out of yourself. But if you have integrity and you come back from it, in a sense, with discipline and more wisdom, then, hey, you know what? That shit was yesterday. Ain't nobody thinking about that. What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now that is going to replace that mistake?
Right.
That's how you got to look at it. All right? But anyway, keep going.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
And the wicked shall fall in mischief, destruction. You're going to be in a net, a snare of nets. You are going to find yourself just in all types of BS. Like, good night. I mean, you are not going to be in a good situation. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right? Keep going. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Drop that. Let's get Ezekiel 26:1. So,
Okay.
Salaki, that was a little intro. You feel me? But I'll let you get it, trooper.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 26, verse 1. And it shall come to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, because that Tyrus has said against Jerusalem, all aha.
Yeah. It's like a mockery, like aha. You know what I mean? Keep going.
They're laughing at us.
Right.
She is broken. That was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me. I shall be replenished. Now she is laid away.
Now, who is speaking? Is it the Most High, or is it Tyrus?
It's Jerusalem. Later race in Slovakia.
Yeah, but who's speaking though? Is it Tyrus or is it the Most High?
The Most High.
You said the Most High is talking?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Start from verse 2 again.
Son of man, because that Tyrus has said.
I'll stop right there. Who had said?
Tyrus has said.
All right, so the rest of it is Tyrus speaking.
It's Tyrus.
That's right.
God. Not a part where I think where you're kind of I mean you are right as far as one sense. The Most High is relaying this message to Ezekiel as far as what Tyrus had said. So, and I'm saying all that to say because Tyrus has been mentioned all throughout Ezekiel in different chapters, and we see Tyrus once again because Tyrus was a famous captivity that we was under, or the heathens that we were under, and pretty much just understand that every heathen that is round about you, that is in your cities and your communities, they laugh at you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And one thing that heathens know, once your gates are down, right? So can you get Jeremiah 14:2 for me? So once your gates are down, meaning that you have no protection, that's when they come in. All right. There's also another precept where it talks about how the heathens had conversations amongst each other about when they should attack Israel. But they said once they stop serving their God, that's when we will attack. But since they're serving their God, they're protected. Yeah. And honestly, that's how they think right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The reason why we get shot down in the street is because we have no protection from the Lord. If a cop was to try to kill you right now, and you had the protection of the Lord, who is going to die in that scenario? Go ahead.
The cop.
The cop. Because the Most High loves and protects his children.
That's right.
Now, if you leave the house, if you don't live underneath the roof of the Most High, you have no protection.
That's right.
All that has ran out. But give me Jeremiah 14:2 real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Judah moaned, and the gate thereof language.
Say it one more time.
Judah moaned.
Mourneth.
Moaneth.
Mourneth.
Mourneth.
There we go. Mourneth. Yep. So Judah mourneth. Keep going.
And the gate thereof language.
And the gates thereof language. What does the word language mean? So Judah mourneth. So we know Judah is the so-called Negroes. But let's use this for all the tribes. Judah mourneth. Keep going. Go ahead.
A language means suffer.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if we want to get the exact definition, but I mean more or less.
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah. So you said suffer, right?
Just common.
Yeah. So once again, when we don't have those gates, that protection, you got to understand this too. In the time in the Bible that we are reading about, every community had gates to it. Every single community had gates to it. All right. And if the gates were language, meaning that they were not up there, anybody could come into your city. Anybody could come into your home and do whatever that they wanted to do. Like think about living in a house without a door. Anybody could come in.
Right.
That door is your protection to keep it from things coming in, whether it be a person, an animal, whatever. And also too, we lived in a time where sometimes random animals would be around.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like I seen a few videos down south where if you leave your door open, sometimes there are wild animals outside, and they will literally run up on your porch and come through your house.
Right.
I just saw a video like probably like a month or two ago. A deer ran into this person's house, and they screaming and yelling. I mean, a raccoon ain't nothing. Mice ain't nothing.
Right.
A cat or a dog is nothing. But I'm talking about a damn big ass deer ran into this person's house. And I'm talking about hit the table falls to collapse. They hit the kitchen. I'm just like, good night. Like, and this deer is big as hell. Like, I mean, it's not a dog, it's not a cat, it's not a puppy.
Right.
That is a big body animal. So imagine that. And I think the deer had went through the screen door. Like all that power just went through the screen door. Like, you know what I mean? So if you ain't got no gates, if you ain't got no protection, who is going to protect you? How can you protect yourself from the things that's going to come to you? All the danger that's going to come to you and your family. You have to be right with the Most High because that's your protection. I believe David spoke about it in the book of Psalms. Go ahead.
Yeah, one time it was on Facebook, they'll just push the door like one night, broke the door.
Exactly, yeah, God. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I could never imagine that. Damn. You know what I mean? I think this family was living like kind of like a farm area.
Right.
So I think it was like a deer that came from afar or whatever. So it wasn't one of their animals, but it was just still crazy. Like, damn.
Right.
It's like, damn. I mean, can you imagine that? You just sitting on the couch, watching TV, or you in the kitchen cooking.
Right.
And then you just hear a whole lot of commotion, and it's a damn animal in your home that didn't ask for no permission.
Right.
Just came in, like,
right.
What's for dinner? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, damn, like, and now you gotta clean up all this damn mess. Your table's broken, or your kid got knocked into next week. Like, it's just a whole big thing. Like, goddamn. But anyway, if you could keep going.
Yeah, black unto the ground.
And they are black to the ground. That's us. So-called black Latinos, Native Indians, we are black to the ground, meaning we are at a low state. All right. We are at a low state where we have to get back up. We have to get from the ground. You know that phrase how they say, you got to get it out the mud. That means you have to come, or just coming from the gutter. Like you got to get up.
That's right.
You have to really get up and take ownership of your life. All right. Honestly, too, you know, it's funny though too. It's a few brothers that I know personally in the school. They talked about how they used to be in gangs and how they were, their lives were very much targeted. But once they came into the school, things actually changed for them. You know what I mean? I mean, imagine a gangbanger, ex-gangbanger, who comes into the school, and people were trying to put hits on their life. And when they seen those people that was trying to actually kill him or kill them brothers backed off. They had a sudden change of heart. That's the Lord, man. And especially when someone has money on your name, on your life, that is the Most High. The Most High is real, whether you believe it or not.
That's right.
He is very much real. All right. Now your past can creep up on you. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, sometimes you can go to jail still.
Right.
You being in the school, like I mean, your past can creep up on you. You can still have to answer to the court, to the judge. You know what I mean? Or your children may not be there how you want them to be. That woman that you love when you was first in the world, she may try to put you on child support. Like certain things can still bite you, but at the same time, though, you are very much alive, and the Most High is still protecting you. The Most High won't give you something that you cannot handle.
That's right.
That is in the Bible. That's in 1 Corinthians. I would say 1 Corinthians. I'll just say that. All right. I know too many precepts, so I forget. But yeah, like the Most High is real. Like, be careful out here. But anyway, let's go back to Ezekiel real quick.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 26, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And she is broken that was the gate of the peoples. She is turned unto me. I shall be replenished. Now is she laid to waste.
Now, so the she is going to be Israel. Israel is the one that's turned into Tyrus. All right. And every time that we decide to go against the Most High and we join the other nations, what happens? They are replenished. What does replenish mean? These other nations are always replenished every time we decide to join them and not the Most High, or we leave the Most High and join them. Go ahead.
I think when we go into captivity,
Mm-hmm.
we replenish their land by being slaves, building up their kingdoms or something like that. Sir.
There you go. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. We want to live like them. We want to be like them. It's terrible, man. It's sad. So that's the problem. That's the issue. We build up their kingdom, but do they ever build up our kingdom? Not at all. But there will be a time where they have no choice. They will be under our rulership. And for you so-called oppressors out there, if you don't think that you are going to serve those, those niggers, spicks, and wetbacks, oh yeah, it's going to happen very soon. Maybe not right now. Maybe not in 2023. I don't know. But it's going to happen very soon under the rulership of Yahushua, the Mashiach, our King. It's going to happen. And it's going to be so glorious because y'all been asking for it. I mean, every goddamn day, man, they are doing something evil to us. You know what I mean? Marching and rioting is not going to fix that issue.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you that right now. But having obedience and wisdom from the Lord, that's going to change a lot more than you know. The fact that you think something physical is going to change anything, you've already lost the battle. Because I think we've been marching and rioting since the Civil Rights Movement.
That's right.
And we are in 2023. How many years ago was that? 56? No. Let me see.
Since when?
The Civil Rights Movement. To now.
Like in the 60s, so about 60 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, I was right about the 60 part. Yeah, like over 60 years, it has not changed. Nothing has changed for us as far as the marching and the rioting. And Black Lives Matter is a joke.
Right.
Please understand that. Also, too, there's a very famous article about them being exposed, of them not really being for Black lives. Also, Black Lives Matter was started by two lesbian women. They took the website down, but it used to be a website where the website said that it was about the woman and the child. That's it. It was literally a lesbian organization. But when things like Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, like when those brothers and those sisters as well, after Sandra Grant, like when those brothers and sisters got killed, they changed the narrative of what Black Lives Matter really meant, and they turned it to an organization to where, oh, Black lives don't matter at all, so we have to say Black lives do matter. It's no different than that one thing in the 60s. Am I not a man? Protest. Am I not a woman? Protest. It's no different. It's all the same. No justice, no peace. It's all the same. Okay. And once again, too, like your oppressor do not respect you.
That's right.
You're out there. They laugh at you. Like has anybody seen the videos where someone is recording and they're out there protesting and you see the cops literally just grinning and smiling and laughing?
Right.
Your oppressor inside their mind, they look at you as a joke.
That's right.
As filth. That's how they look at you. Go ahead.
And so they be setting up there with their guns and 30 y'all 6'8". Make sure y'all don't get out on the foot. They just want to shoot y'all up.
You want to know it as well? Also, too, rioting and marching also doesn't help because KKK members shot up Black Lives Matter at one point in time. Like, come on now. If that was of the Lord, you would be protected and there would be some real change. How we march and riot, we come up against all the lies that America tells you as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. That's what the IHBK does. You say God loves everybody. We show you that that God of Israel don't love everybody. You say ain't nothing wrong with interracial marriages. We show you how the Lord flooded the whole goddamn earth because of interracial marriages. Like, you say that Jesus is white, but we show you that he is black.
That's right.
You feel me? Like what are we talking about here? That's what we fight up against. That's what we march for. We march and riot as far as that on the internet, on those street corners. But we ain't actually out there marching and rioting and tearing up the city. The only thing that we tearing up is these lies.
That's right.
Because America is known for their goddamn lies.
That's right.
That we must destroy. How the hell are we in 2023 and you still have to break down to your own people that Christ is a black man?
Right. Right.
You've been in the church for 30 years. 30 years. And you say that Christ is a white man. What have you learned in the church? Oh, you probably learned a few dance moves, huh? You probably learned to give all your money to pastor. Like, come on, man. Like, it's crazy. It's wild. But anyways, Salaki, let's keep going on the precept.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 3. Therefore, thus say the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and I will cause many nations to come up against thee.
Like, who have food that? You have food that?
Well, this precept?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the next verse, sir.
Well, you said Leviticus?
This is Ezekiel.
Yeah, I think you said a different book.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that.
No.
Yeah.
It's Salakia, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, well, that's a good precept. I was gonna say, but can you read it again?
That matches right up with Ezekiel.
Right, exactly. I'm like, huh? I'm like, yeah. No, I heard you say a different book, but can you read it again?
Ezekiel chapter 26, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, thou said the Lord God, behold, I am against thee.
I'm against thee.
I am against thee.
There you go.
O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee. As the sea, Salakia, as the sea cause waves to come up.
Right. So the Most High said, look, I'm gonna cause these waves to destroy you. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, the Most High has destroyed many nations with, what is called natural disasters. Right. You know what I mean? Like for example, not France. It's not France. Japan. You remember that big ass hurricane some years ago? Tsunami. They were like, yeah, man, a big ass tsunami took out Japan damn near. You know what I mean? And the videos of it was terrifying. I mean, you thought that having a flood in your own city in the U.S. was something, boy. That wasn't even 10 times worse. That was 20 times worse. I'm just like, and the way it was rushing in, so it was like, shoom. It was something that was just animated and just unbelievable. It's something that you see on TV, but it was real life. Like, the Most High would take you out any way possible, man. Right. I mean, hey, look, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I mean? You had Israel there, but the Most High destroyed that place. Right now, Sodom and Gomorrah, you cannot actually live there no more. It's considered now to be a salt city. So like no one can actually really live there because it's not livable at all. You know what I mean? So the Most High will definitely do that. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And they shall destroy the wall of Tyrus and break down her towers.
Break down her towers. Like you are going to break down that empire of theirs. All right. What's that one tower that we always hear about in the Bible? Tower of Babel. That was destroyed as well.
That's right.
Pharaoh's kingdom was destroyed as well. You know what I mean? Like once again, once you think that you can stand against the Lord, the Most High is going to bring you down here to the bottom. You think that you're right here at the top, the Most High is going to bring you down. He's going to be like, okay, no sweat, because that's what he did to Pharaoh. A precept says something about Pharaoh when it says, damn, how to go? I brought him up just to bring him down.
Right.
Paraphrasing, like the Most High showed his power that way, of raising this man up and then bringing him down when the opportunity came forth. And that was for the purpose of our people to see, I'm the one who has the power, not him. All right, like for example, our oppressor, he thinks that he has the power, he really doesn't.
That's right.
He has the power now, but the Most High is just letting it play out. But once the Most High comes back on the scene with Yahweh and the angels, as far as giving them the order to come back, our oppressor is going to know that he ain't got the power. All right, keep going.
I will also scrape her dust from her
Mm-hmm.
and make her like the top of a rock.
So, meaning this place is going to be so destroyed, it's going to be clean. All right. If you ever seen a rock on the ground and it's clean and there's nothing on it, just think of that. It's going to be clean. It's going to be shiny. It's going to be nice. Ain't no dust on it. Nothing. It's going to be swept.
That's
It's going
right.
to be shiny. Like that's how it's going to be. Like that place is going to be destroyed to where nothing is going to be there. It's otherwise the Bible says desolate. It's going to be desolate. Like it's going to be nothing there. You know what I mean? And even Christ prophesied about that. The disciples talked about how the buildings and stuff were so nice, and Christ said that there won't be we said brick left. Paraphrasing. Yeah, he is. He has said something about there won't be a brick left. You know what I mean? So it looks beautiful now, but it's not going to be here in a second. You know what I mean? This place is going to be destroyed. How beautiful New York looks, it's not going to be beautiful once Christ returns. All those brimstones, all the lake of fire, yeah, a lot of places not going to be so good. You know what I mean? Mount Rushmore, that's not going to be Mount Rushmore in a second once Christ returns.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's going to be terrible. All right, keep going on. You got to.
Verse 5.
Actually, read 4 one more time.
Verse 4. And these shall destroy the wall of Tyrus and break down her towers.
Right.
I will also scrape her dust from her
Mm-hmm.
and make her like a top of a rock.
Right. The Most High is going to destroy. It's going to be clean. It's not going to be existence anymore. All right. It's not going to be there at all. And also too, you can use this precept for what's going to happen to America.
That's right.
What happened to Babylon? And Babylon is America as well.
Right.
The whole structure is the same exact way. It just has a different name, a new face, but it's the same thing. All right. The last few precepts I do to you.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Verse 5. It shall be a place for the spreading of a net in the midst of the sea. For I have spoken it.
So after everything get laid to waste, everything get broken down, all these other kingdoms fall, all their resources scattered, all of their militaries destroyed and broken up. This is going to be left open. Their gates are going to finally fall.
Right.
And we're going to be able to take advantage of that. So it's going to be like a place for the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea, where you got an abundance of catch. You just cast that net out there, and we can start bringing in all that technology that they've been using against us, all the infrastructure to I don't want to say to heal the world again, but to kind of reverse every of the damage that they've done. I mean, the world's going to end up cleaning itself, and the Most High is going to replenish everything. but it's going to give us the opportunity to take advantage of everything that they've used against us to help rebuild.
Right.
All of the housing, all of the businesses, all of the Fortune 500 companies. If we desire it, we're going to be in control of that. They ain't you know, Detroit ain't going to look like a third world country no more, where every other house is boarded up. I remember on the north side of Milwaukee, I was taking the bus. I think I traveled maybe 20 blocks, and I think I counted over like 60 boarded up houses just on that one side of the street.
There you go.
And that's just one city. Yeah. This place is gonna get left to us, and we're gonna do right by it.
Right.
Keep going.
Yeah. All right.
For I have spoken it.
Because the Lord said it. Now, not because you got some niggas and spicks reading the Bible. Because the Lord said He's gonna do this.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with us. The Lord said this is gonna happen.
That's right.
So I mean, it's gonna hurt a lot of feelings if people don't like this. It's gonna make a lot of people upset, get them out their comfort zone. But too bad.
Right.
That's right.
This needs to happen.
That's right.
And because y'all bastards are gonna want to live. It's like I'm speaking to the heathens right now. Because y'all bastards are gonna want to live. You're gonna follow suit.
Right.
I keep going.
And it shall become a spoil to the nation.
Everything that they've coveted, everything that they've held against the people, everything that they've kept in secret and profited off of, it's gonna be blown wide open. And again, their gates are gonna fall, and they're not gonna have that protection no more. Everything's gonna be up to our discernment. Right, keep going.
Verse 6, and her daughters, which are in the field, shall be slain by the sword.
Now this ain't talking about killing people. This is talking about killing like their, how would I say? So like America was prophesied to be the mother of Babylon. And it's like I'm paraphrasing this from Revelation, but so like if Babylon was the mother of whores, and they had a bunch of daughters, you know what I'm saying? Like all those subsidiaries of that kingdom, of that nation, that's gonna get put to the sword. It's not talking about, you know, you see little Susie and Barb, you know, playing skipping rope or something like that in the field, and a bunch of grown ass men on horse are gonna come and slaughter them. No,
Right.
that's not what this is. But the nations, the kingdoms, the governments, the powers that be that sprung up from Babylon's authority, that's gonna get cut down. Keep going.
And they shall know that I am the Lord.
For all the atheists, for all the peace-loving Christians, for all the Muslims, for all the Buddhists who've got their own ideologies that battle against the word of the Most High, y'all gonna know. It like we're gonna take, you know, you ain't gonna have to guess no more. And this is a good thing, right? You ain't gonna have to guess no more. You ain't gonna have to sit there and battle, you know, frivolous arguments about, well, does God exist and who created the universe and you know, does He know everything? Like you ain't gonna have these dumb arguments no more. We're just gonna cut right to the chase, and you're gonna know that this is the Most High Power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel. It's gonna be a great time. You'll see. Keep going.
Verse 7, for thou said the Lord God, behold, I will bring upon Tyrus Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
No, it's like you actually kind of were closer to me. Nebuchadnezzar,
the king of Babylon, a king of kings.
So now you got the Lord. You got, and when I say the Lord in this case, I mean Yahweh. You got Yahweh being called King of Kings. You got Nebuchadnezzar here being called King of Kings. They're not the same person just because they use similar words. Yeah, shit. Did they got an old girl in there too? To the side here. That was horrible. So like, Lord be with that brother. Man, for real. That girl made it look dumb as hell. I could get dude. I understand.
Yeah. But old girl, just like it just.
That ruined the moment. That ruined it.
It was so goofy. Yeah.
Salaki to the man bum. Salaki, but
it was more like all lives matter at that
point. Horrible. So just because you got King of Kings being used here, for Nebuchadnezzar, and you got King of Kings being used for Yahweh side. And just because that phraseology is used for both of them, don't mean that they're the same people. A lot of people get triggered and hung up on words like that, descriptions, colors, phrases that can be applied across the board depending on who or what you're talking about. Nebuchadnezzar was just a famous king. He was the lordship of the land at his time, ruling Babylon. That's all that was. And to talk about his dominance, I mean, like, ain't no wrong. We're just talking about history at this point. We're just noting the facts of the past. So now what this is saying against Tyree, bring that from the top.
Verse 7. For thou said the Lord God, behold, I will bring upon Tyrus Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, a king of kings, from the north, with horses and with chariots, and with horsemen, and company, and much people.
So all this is saying is that against Cyrus, he's going to bring other nations against him. So for this example, so they're using Nebuchadnezzar as like a dominant king of his time. So there's going to be a dominant nation that's going to be brought up against Tyrus in Tyrus's time, because this is well past Nebuchadnezzar's generation. So we're talking about a great king, a great nation that's going to be brought up against Tyrus. And again, we're going to find out that this is the doing of the Most High Power, that he is a real being, that this is a real tangible power that's going to bring all these other nations down. And it's going to leave it wide open for the rest of us to reclaim authority and the resources,
Right.
to make this world a better place, man. Again, it's people shy against, words like where is it? It's like, give me 1 second. People shy away from things like shall be slain by the sword. All right. Do you want Jeffrey Dahmer's? Do you want Hitler Adolf's? Do you want Charles Manson's? Do you want child molesting Catholic priests? Do you want that? That's not gonna stop unless these kingdoms get destroyed.
Right.
The kingdoms and governments that are backing that,
Right.
that are supporting and profiting off of that lifestyle.
Right.
That's not going to stop unless it gets destroyed. You're going to want to see them slain by the sword. All those daughters.
That's right.
Let's feast on them words. All of those daughters, you're going to want to see them slain by the sword. And you can't get squeamish about what needs to happen. If it ain't for you, listen, it ain't for you. Just pay your tithes.
That's right.
Pay your tithes, don't eat pork. Pay your tithes, don't eat pork, and don't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Pay your tithes, don't eat pork, don't celebrate Christmas, don't commit adultery.
Right.
Don't be a thief. Don't be a murderer. You know what I'm saying? There's still ways you can contribute without you having to be on the front line of it, without you having to sit there and bear witness to this change. Some people ain't comfortable with change, but you're going to know that this is the Most High Power, whether you like it or not. I don't know what else to tell you. Shalom.
Right. Is that it on that?
That was it for 7.
That's for 7. All right. All right. Can you read that just one more time, Dr. Shah?
Carl.
Ezekiel chapter 26, verse 7. But thou say the Lord God, behold, I will bring upon Tyrus Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, the kings of kings.
Now, Tyrus was a king too.
Right.
I'm saying Tyrus was a king too. You just bringing somebody that was greater than Tyrus.
Right.
To demolish.
Right.
And to break that open. So like it's kind of a king of the hill scenario. You know, just like you might be the top dog that one day, but the Lord is going to bring somebody else against you. So he's not even talking about using Israel against them. He's just talking about like, so this is like when you get into the scriptures of like war, rumors of wars, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation.
Matthew.
Yeah.
I would say Matthew 24 maybe. Yeah, it's something like that.
Superpowers.
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah.
Superpowers that are going to be banging against each other. China and Russia.
Yeah.
Whether
Russia, Ukraine right now. Yo, they still dealing with issues right now.
And that's going to be for our benefit. So don't bother putting that, pray for Ukraine flag or pray for Russia flag in your Facebook avatar. Just let it be. Just let it go.
Pray for the ghettos.
Right.
That's right.
I was gonna say y'all sure as hell didn't put no flag for south side of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't no flag for George Floyd like that. Yeah. Y'all put up some memes and shit, but y'all didn't do nothing to prevent further incursions like that. But y'all want to save Ukraine.
So like now that you say that, anybody say pray for Flint, Michigan,
right?
Who still don't got the cleanest water.
Jackson, Mississippi. What about them?
Jackson, Mississippi. Is that like what's going on?
Chicago.
I mean, I just read an article. Till this day, Flint, Michigan ain't got the cleanest water. Like people move out of Flint just to go somewhere else to have clean water because otherwise, I mean, you need water to cook, to drink, to bathe in. Like, come on, man. Like, good night. Like, anybody talking. I mean, there's people talking about Flint, Michigan, but no one is giving the attention to Flint like they was for France
at all.
And you got Ukraine, and also too. While you was praying for Ukraine, viral videos was popping up about how they were stopping Black people from getting on the train in Ukraine.
Right. Yeah, they didn't forget in the middle of war. They didn't forget you.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't forget to hate your ass.
Yes, they remembered that.
Yeah. Although we're going through a crisis, Russia is bombing Ukraine, we still gonna hate these niggas.
Right.
We still gonna have this hatred towards a certain type of people, a specific people. And you know what's funny? You always are the target. You so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians, you are always a target, no matter what the situation is. Even when it's not your fault or it doesn't involve you, you always seem to be the topic of the discussion. You always seem to be the target. So like, I just want to say that. My bad.
No, that's it. That's it. I mean, what more do you want to see? What more do you need to see?
That's right.
Ain't we done with this?
Right.
Ain't it getting kind of old?
Right.
Like, let's go. Everybody talking about progress and move forward. Forget the past. How can we forget the past and that past is still our present? We living in it. It's still happening. None of it changed. None of it stopped. Everybody else seems to be progressing, moving along just fine without us.
Right.
With no concern or remembrance of what they've even done to us. Right. And they tell us to get over it. Like when are we gonna prioritize ourselves?
Right.
As Captain Zariak always says, like, when are we gonna prioritize Israel?
Hey, our oppressors are the devil. So like our oppressors, the devil that's about to speak.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
And all the other oppressors follow along behind this devil.
That's right.
All right, and you gotta understand that. Death and destruction to all of the humans.
That's right.
We said that in our prayers earlier.
That's right.
We said in every class, and we are going to say that at the end of this class. Death and destruction to this kingdom that we live in. Because this kingdom is not for you, it's against you. All right. Is that it on that?
That is it on that. Just to cap it off. Yeah, so take pride in who you are. I know things ain't, we live in we damaged goods, we living in broken down communities. But look at us as a people. And take pride in that. Look at everything that we've accomplished. Look at everything that we've stood against to still be here today as a people.
Even in hell. Though.
Even in hell. Even in hell. Even under these conditions.
Right.
We're still here. We're still how would I say? We're still show offs. We're still trending. We're still gaudy with our, and I mean it's all in good ways. We're still gaudy with our talents and abilities and contributions. You know, take pride in that, and don't give it away to nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they that's how they bleed us dry. They've got enough. They've got the world right now.
Right.
We need to save something for us. That's like when we talk about this stuff, like we all our love goes to this.
Right.
So much so that we can't love nobody else. It's all spent on us.
Right. You know what? I'm glad you said that. It's like I don't mean to cut you off. That's a lot. How the brother just said, like our love goes to this, that, and the third, right? Now you gotta understand this too, right? Ain't such thing as loving everybody. It's just not logical, because we live in a world where you can't love everybody. So my question to you is this: if you can love everybody, do you love that child molester?
Exactly.
That rapist? That thief? You are going to hate something or someone, and that's normal. All right. Ain't no wrong with hating a person who is a child molester. Now, the thing is, you don't really hate the person. It's more about their actions that you hate. You know what I mean?
That's right.
A lot of people always say, "Oh, you can't judge, can't judge." Well, why do people who steal or kill or you know that are kidnappers or criminals? Why do you judge them? But if I tell you a man and a woman is supposed to be with each other, not a man and a man or a woman and a woman,
that's right.
I get backlash. Oh, well, only God can judge. Well, if only God can judge, then why the hell is the judges judging the criminals?
Right.
That's right.
If only God can judge. Well, God, speaking. Well, no. You are contradicting yourself. The Most High definitely does judges. He judges, yes, absolutely. But there are people that he has on this earth that can judge as well. I believe the saints are going to judge the angels, right? That is in the Bible. Humans are going to judge the angels.
That's right.
Based on their work. As far as I know, I believe in the ISBK, we all get judged based on our work.
That's right.
Hey, how come you did not do this? What happened with that? I gave you an order months ago, but now we're here and you didn't do it. You are being judged. But being judged can mean a lot of different things. You know what I mean? And if y'all really want to talk about judge or judgment, yeah, the Most High definitely does kill.
That's right.
That's right.
And there's people on this earth where the Most High can put you in their hands to where you can lose your life.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Also, too, if only God can judge, why is there a book called Judges? Please explain that to me. Anyway, so you want to say something?
No, that's we got it.
Yeah. That's it, man. Like, come on, like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, because a lot of people out there is not making it make sense at all. Okay. And thank the Most High for the ISBK.
That's right.
Thank you for the ISBK. Because of the ISBK, you can actually have a conscience.
That's right.
You can actually make sense of everything. And actually be practical about every single thing in your life and have true wisdom.
That's right.
All right. In the Bible, there's something called wisdom of the world and wisdom of the truth. I gotta find. I want to say that's in Isaiah, but I'll find it another time. The wisdom of the world is so upside down.
That's right.
Okay, it's not useful. It's going to get you killed. All right. And also, too, it's not real wisdom. It's just a sense of what the world knows. So it's not really wisdom. It's more like kind of like sarcastic in a way. But the wisdom of the truth is something that is practical knowledge.
That's right.
All right. And that's what the world needs. And once we spew out practical knowledge on those street corners and in these classes, people start to wake up out of that fog, out of that pollution of all the lies and what their way of life. And they start to understand, like, damn, you know what? That actually does make sense. Like right now, like shout out to Captain Cesario on Clubhouse.
Right.
Because what he does on Clubhouse, like he keeps it so simple. He keeps it so simple and professional, and not even trying on Clubhouse. And people are like, damn, you know what? I'm ready to come to class. I'm ready to actually change my life. I'm crossing the line. Like if you listen to how he speaks, if you really watch how he carries himself, he is just keeping it short and simple for you. That's it. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to know every precept. He doesn't have to, know your whole way of life, but he's practical in every situation possible. Right. And that's what Black and Hispanic people need. Practicality. That's what's going to save you. But meanwhile, when you don't have practicality, you have ignorance.
Right.
You have foolishness. And the Bible talks about staying away from people who are foolish and ignorant.
That's right.
So you want to watch yourself. Also, too, watch yourself as well. Because you may step on your own toes. All right? With all the bad decisions, being foolish and stupid. All right? So, like, you want to say anything? I think we drove the point. Otherwise, we would go hours and hours. All right? So, with that being said, you got it.
All right, imagine. When y'all put down, turn to face the east. The Lord sparing evil. Abinawa, Shabbat Sheman, Kodak, Hayat, Sumka, Yahweh, Lakaka, Taba'a, Batazaka, Hayat, Aisha, Barak, Kawa, Hayat, Sheman, Thumbnail, Lakam, Ko, Yawam, Masalak, Kabawat, Kasalak, Kabawat, Wala, Tabiano, Sawan, Ball, Abshana, Mayam, Right, Kaya, Baka, Malakwa, Wa'al, Hata Para, Laulam,
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. We forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalm 121 in the evening. Asha'at, Ayami, Al-Fahari, Mayan, Yaba'a, Azar, Ma'in, Yahweh, Aisha, Shaman, Warat, Aritam, Namwa, Wako, Al-Yanawam, Shamar, Anna, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yasham, Shalmar, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Exalted.
Exalted.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Yam Young.
Yam Young.
Amon.
Amon.
Hashemah.
Hashemah.
La'ah. Yakikah. Barak. La'ilah. Yahweh. Shema. Korah. Yashema. Athnafash. Yahweh. Yashema. Laza'at. Wabawak. Mike. Why? How
In the English, I look at my eyes.
I look at my eyes.
I sit here.
To the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth you will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
he that keepeth Yahshua
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor
The
sleep.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord that keep,
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
the Lord that said from thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite me by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
And this time forth,
and even forevermore.
and forevermore.
Prayer for the cock, bow and eagle. Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Babu Kashah.
Babu Kashah.
The thunder now.
Adonai.
Cock.
Ka.
Cock.
Ka.
Lau Fa'ah.
Barakah.
Call Masalah.
Call Masalah.
Call Marawa.
Call Marawa.
The cock.
Ka.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazari. The cock.
Ka.
The Akim. The Mati. The cock. Arakwa. Hadama'al. The Garsham. Bashem Yahushua.
Bashem Yahushua.
The Waram.
The water.
The name is Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name is Yahushua.
And then Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to kill all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Pray to bless Israel and the evil. Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Barakah.
Barakah.
Wayashah.
Wayashah.
Wabayah.
Wabayah.
Safarim.
Support.
Barak.
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 Magan.
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 Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
All of Israel.
All of this.
Bashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Tuaram.
The water of mouth.
In English, Lord, name is Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Yasha'Allah.
Bless us in Yahushua.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect.
Protect.
Love one.
Love one.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 83 in the evil. Allahayim.
Alright.
Adam Yalaka.
Hallelujah.
All Takurat. All Tashqua. All. Yahna.
Yahna.
Awabika. Yahama Yaman. Ra'ash. Alamak. Yariyam. Sawas. Wayata Yataz. Altas of Pawani. Amar. Lakwa. Wanakaki Magawi. Wala ayas call. Shamya Sha'ab. Awar. Kaya. Nawa Aikazmu. Laba. Yakadwa. Al Yaka. Baryak. Yakarathwa. Ahalia. Adawam. Wayashamai Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagari. Gabal. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalak. Palashat. I'm Yashabi. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawak. Imam. Hayawak. Zarawai. Labanya Lawak. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadian. Kasiyat Sara'at. Kayabian. Banakal. Koyashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayanda Arba. Hayawak. Daman. Ladam. Shayatamwa. Nariyab Mawa. Kairab. Wakaza Abba. Wakaza Bak. Wakatazol Manai. Call Nasai Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarashat. Lanawa.
Nawat, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagolgala, Kagwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Thabira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Salahat, Haryam, Kan Thardakma, Basiraka, Wabaso, Wapafka, Sabalaham, Mala'at, Panyaham, Qualawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawah, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Idi, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Daiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawah, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al, Kol, Aratazar.
And in English, do not go outside. Oh
Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace. Be not still. Oh Yahweh. Below. Thy enemies make us a moat. And they that hate thee. Have lifted up the head. Have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consult against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come. Let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Yahshua there be no more remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. Not to further against me. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. And Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines, the habits of Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Doing to them. As to the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which prayers are endured. They became as dung for the earth. Making numbers like a rib. Like to eat. Yea. All the princes as a bar. And as the moon. Who said? They say to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh possession. Oh my power. Make it like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. As the flames at the mountain of fire. So first we come with thy temper. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill the face with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Lord. Let it be confounded and troubled forever. Yea. Let it be put to shame and perish. That men may know that thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh. Art the most high on the earth. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. This is to us now. Right now. He was accursed. Punishment destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Like prophets. The princes. The priests. His life brothers. In the school. So he was accursed. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. Treasure of the riches of Israel. I refuse to give to the school. Force the riches. Into thy sanctuary. To use the curses. Punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. To the nation. And the drug. The corpses. The prisons. Playing pyramid. All the governments of our enemies. Everlasting gods and armies. Roman Catholic Church. Pope. Islam. Christianity. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinhead. Hospital. Gay move. Spies. Works of witchcraft. That's Facebook. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. And airways. Access channel. And radio channel. Convict the spirit into thy people. That seek to stop. That brings swift destruction. All the heathen. Stand in the way. Try to stop. Broadcast your word. Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause we go to and fro.
Cause we go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume.
Through the earth and consume.
Let the flesh shake the house of the
Let
people.
the flood take the house of the deep
And the murder.
and the murder.
Lay Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Now flying sauce.
Now flying sauce.
Punish all the people.
Punish all the
that
people
come up against us.
that come up against
As
us.
you speak that
As
word.
we speak that word.
Cause we know about all.
Cause we know about all.
Cause the angels that done.
Cause the angels that done.
Cause the spirit of the media.
Cause the spirit of the media.
Cause the whole world.
Cause the whole world.
Cause them to shake as they come.
Cause them to shake as they come.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it. So at the front. Oh.
Yahushua.
Yabashim Shabrak. Yeah.
What?
Yahushua Barakiyah.
All right. That's the Sabbath service. Shalom.
I'm just clapping until he turns it off. Just keep something going on. Give him a visual. Give some love. You ain't got it. I don't think we're even on.
Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time.